this is now your last chance. Pag ako magtanong, ayusin mo po, please.
Yes, Mr.
Kasi
Chair.
don't force me to cite you in contempt. You travel 13 times abroad. Ang tanong ko lang po, who sponsored you? How can you afford to travel 13 times in just 1 year? What did you get? Ma'am,
I paid for it, Your Honor.
yeah, you paid for it. How much is your ano? Are you willing to have a waiver for your bank accounts?
No, Your Honor.
No. Why? Because you're not telling the truth. Last na lang to, ma'am. Are you close and special to the President?
For me, Mr. Chair, I don't feel close and special.
Okay, now,
Mr.
you're lying.
Chair.
Before you became President of this Republic, you're very close to the President. Before your assignment in Cebu, you're very close to the President. Before you retire, you're very close to the former President. And now you're talking to this committee. You're telling us that you're not close to the President? That's only a simple question. Now you deny. You said no. I move to cite in contempt because the resource person is evading to answer questions.
I'm we just have to,
1 minute
to follow the
suspension.
rules first.
Drugs at the time was really successful?
I don't think so, Mr. Chair.
So you don't think so?
Kasi-
How many deaths again
kasi po-
have we recorded during your stay in Cebu City? You don't think the war on drugs, let's be specific about it because I heard you responding to the question na let's not call it war on drugs because we don't use that. Okay, let's use the terminology under your policy no, at that time. It's tokhang, oplan tokhang, and oplan double barrel. So which of these two policies no or yung program do you think is more successful or both of them are successful?
Mr. Chair, yung tokhang po, parang hindi ko pa naabutan, hindi pa yun, I think, na-implement.
No, it's
it's
okay.
more on police operations and patrol po.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's a fair
Yes, Chair.
response. But I'll give you that. Do you think being part of the previous administration, would you say that it was successful?
As far as my stint in Cebu City as city director, I think it is successful based on the feedback of the people in the community, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so now my second question is, Mr. Chair, I'd like to take advantage of the presence of our Dean here, Attorney Dean Sheljokno. Umalis na ba? Yes. Pasensya na po din, Jokno. Medyo napatagal po yung pag-aantay ng ano. I'd like to ask po, Mr. Chair, if I may be allowed. Dean, you are very, you follow, no? You minomonitor niyo po yung war on drugs, no? Yung casualties, no? Tama po ba 'yon, Mr. Chair, Dean?
Yes, Mr. Chair and Your Honor.
Yeah.
Since the war on drugs began, my organization, the Free Legal Assistance Group, ay talagang minamanman po namin yung mga pangyayari sa war on drugs.
Okay. Dean, do you have in the way yung work po ninyo, meron ho ba kayong kunan na data kung ilan po yung mga napaslang, yung those who weren't given or accorded with the due right of at least man lang makita the day of in court, especially those who have been killed na mga inosente. May number po ba kayo, Mr. Chair? Din.
Kami po ay naghain ng isang petisyon sa Supreme Court noong 2017 or 2018 at lumabas sa isang extended resolution ng court na sa unang 17 months pa lang ng war on drugs, that is from July 1, 2016 up to the end of November 2017, 20,322 Filipinos were killed in the war on drugs. So yun palang unang 17 buwan po ng war on drugs.
Mr. Chair, Dean, can we categorize or do you have at least, meron po tayong categorization kasi alam ko may napatay po yung pananlaban, yung official police operation, and then meron po yung nasabi po nating namatay na vigilante type of killing. Ito po yung sinasabi nilang DDS type. Kanina, Congressman Flores was asking Commissioner Leonardo, yung DDS. Ito po yung DDS type of killing. Ito po yung mga vigilante na nakamask na hindi kilala at namamatay at mostly ang mga nagiging biktima just randomly. Just killing spraying. Maski sino ang nandyan, nagkataon lang, malas ka lang pag nandyan ka sa kalsada. Kaya nga po, may namamatay na mga 9 years old, 14 years old. Ilan po ba ang, Mr. Chair, Dean, if I may, sa inyo pong palagay, alam ko wala ko kayong record ngayon, but can you at least give us a estimated number of those innocent civilians who have died and considered to be in the police report as collateral damage?
Well, ito po ang masasabi ko po. In the resolution of the Supreme Court citing the 2017 year-end accomplishment report ng Office of the President, of the 20,322 killed, 3,967 were killed in anti-drug operations. So kasama na po doon yung mga sinasabing nanlaban. While 16,355 homicide cases were under investigation, yun naman po ay kasama doon yung mga riding in tandem at yung iba't ibang mga vigilante type na killing.
Thank you po. Thank you very much, Dean. I'd like to ask po, Attorney Conti, you also do have a number of killed or victims of the double barrel in Oplan Tukhang.
Yes, Your
Am I
Honor.
correct?
Yes,
Can you
Your Honor.
also, do you also have similar number as what our good Dean here
Yes,
intimated to this committee?
Yes, actually, Your Honor, the numbers that we have are segregated according to, first, deaths during police operations. And the number that we have officially from #RealNumbersPH is 6,252 dead from police operations. According to our previous sessions, Your Honor, this number has reached 7,000 as of the end of the term of President Duterte. The other category of killings, the DDS type killings, the extrajudicial killings, is officially, I believe, classified as deaths under investigation or homicides under investigation. And Your Honor, the number actually I have for deaths under investigation is 29,000, according to the spokesperson of the Philippine National Police, Colonel Bernard Banac, as of March 2019. That is why, Your Honor, the number of dead range from 12,000 up to 30,000 from official sources. Even the CHR, the United Nations Office of Human Rights, of the High Commissioner on Human Rights, and the International Criminal Court, Your Honor, are looking at these numbers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So may I confirm also from Attorney Conti, because in previous committee hearings you were you were present during before the formation of the Quadcom. I believe you already had discussion on the AJK. Can you refresh the memory of this committee members? This committee, how many of those killed were innocent? At least give us just a...
Well, Your Honor, legally, the 29,000 would be innocent because they were killed outside of legal processes. They have not been proven guilty or convicted in any court, nor has any evidence been presented against them. In fact, in the course of the war on drugs,
yes.
everybody would be considered innocent.
Well, so what about, let me paraphrase my question just to be clear about it, no? Kasi may namatay naman po na mga drug pushers o sinasabi. But the collateral damage, I would say, yung sinasabi po nilang hindi part doon sa doon sa warrant nila, pero namatay, no? Tulad ni Kian de los Santos, yung mga ganun pong mga klaseng individual. Do you have the number?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, we don't have these numbers.
Right now.
It would be the PNP
Yes.
who can clarify.
That is correct. Thank you, Attorney Conti. Because that is correct. Because in the documents that we requested, ang number po nila is 400 plus, no? 400 plus doon. So now, I'll go back to Commissioner Leonardo. Do you also consider the death of these innocent civilians as a sign of success?
Hindi po. Hindi po successful pagka gano'n.
Okay. So, let me ask you again. Do you think that the war on drugs of the previous administration is successful or not?
In general po, successful.
No, but you cannot qualify. Kasi tinanong kita, do you stick your life to it? Sabi mo, oh, you support that. Now, you are qualifying again. So let me ask you, do you think this collateral damage can just simply set aside? Or, let me ask you again, generally, sabi mo, it's successful, it's a success, but we cannot also discount the fact that there were countless victims, died, innocent civilians. As a police officer, because your motto is to serve and protect, right? Am I correct? And as a commissioner now of NAPOLCOM, I'm sure that before you arrive, the NBank, before you arrive as part of your job, kaya nga tinatanong ko kung may selective amnesia ka kasi mahirap po pag hindi mo natatandaan yung mga facts at yung mga dates kasi importante po yan sa trabaho mo. Hindi ho ba? Na before you arrive into adopt a resolution of the NBank, you really have to look at the data because you're like a quasi-judicial because you are rendering decision on the police officers that are facing administrative cases, right? So, tanungin kita, do you think the death of these civilians is a barometer or a measurement of the success of what you just said and admitted itong tokhang?
Hindi po.
Okay.
Hindi po.
Sir Chair, the reason why I'm pointing that out because unang-una, kung babalikan po natin yung mga kasagutan ni Colonel Garma at saka Commissioner Leonardo, dahil mukhang lahat ito ay gawa-gawa daw ng kanilang katanghisip ng apat na ito at coincidence lahat. Kung titingnan natin po yung parallel na yung career path po nila, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think there's a reason why both of you were preferred over any other possible individuals who are, sorry to say, who are more qualified than in the case when the time that you were appointed as a director of the biodiversity. There are qualified individuals, a pool of experts that are more qualified with expertise, experience to the position, and yet you were chosen. And after how many months, you were then moved up to as a undersecretary of DNR. And subsequently, now you landed as one of the commissioners of the NAPOLCOM. And also, in the career path of Colonel Garma, both of them, by the way, availed of the optional retirement advance, the same case. I think both of you are preferred. I think both of you are favorably chosen. And both of you also supported the war on drugs. And both of you have said that it is successful. And unfortunately, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, Commissioner Leonardo and GM Garma, these four resource persons here, we have already established that it's impossible for them to come out with the same detailing, same instance, mentioning the same names na unang-una kayo mismo nagsabi, imposibleng kilala nila kayo, imposibleng nagkaka-interact kayo. Alam po, mahirap pong paniwalaan yung ganun eh. Yung biglang may isip lang nila, hindi, baka itong person na ito nangyari. I mean, all of these affidavits corroborated each other. So, my point, Mr. Chair, is that I think your position now, and I'm sorry to say this, but this is my personal take. You were given that position precisely because you have done something that actually is worthy of, I don't know, from the previous administration's point of view. Na worthy kayo bigyan ng ganyan. I'm sorry to say, but there are many of the official, marami pong pool of experts, but the question really is, bakit po kayo? And to me, the only explanation that I can derive at, after listening to all your responses, I think you are preferred. And I think the positions that you have handled, with all due respect, yes, nag-serve po kayo sa gobyerno, and you may be decorated officers, but those are not just the primary consideration. I think the primary consideration is because you have supported the war on drugs, and you are preferred. Kasi pareho po yung track ng inyong profession and career. That's all, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Maraming salamat po din sorry.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong.
Sorry, I just want to be official. I-address ko lang po. Dean ng Lasal. Yes. Si Dean Jokno po. Attorney Jokno and Tony Conti. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong. Additional question lang kay Colonel Leonardo. Colonel, you have not stated the reason why you opted for an early retirement. Can you state for the record, ano yung reason ba't ka nag-retire na maaga?
In view of my appointment as Undersecretary, Mr. Chair.
So you were appointed first before you resigned?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So hindi yung kagaya kay Colonel Garma,
Yes.
na active service siya, nag-apply siya, hinihintay niya na mapalitan yung Balutan, General Balutan. So yung sa inyo, nag-resign na kayo.
Pagka-appoint po sa akin, automatic po considered resign po ako sa PNP, Mr. Chair.
So didn't you not think twice about accepting the position na alam mo naman na coterminus lang yan compared dun sa position na colonel ka na, pwede kang magkaroon ng estrella, maging general ka soon because of your sterling record in the Philippine National Police, di ba? So hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip nung in-offer sa iyo yung pagiging USEC na kailangan mo mag-resign? Sayang yung karir mo sa ilang taong karir mo na binuhos sa Philippine National Police. Hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip doon?
Nagdalawang isip din po, Mr. Chair.
Bukod dyan, wala na ibang rason kung bakit ka nag-retire.
Wala na po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Salamat. The next to interpolate is our co-chair, Congressman Caras Paduano. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, during the previous hearing, the name Colonel Grijaldo was mentioned, no? But unfortunately, the Grijaldo, as per my information, the Grijaldo present in today's hearing was class 2000. So, Mr. Chairman, can we excuse, pasensya na po.
So you are not the Colonel Grijaldo that was once the Chief of Police of the City of Mandaluyong?
I'm not, sir.
Okay. And is there another Grijaldo in the Philippine National Police?
The one mentioned by our resource speaker, sir, Ma'am Garma. Hector Grijaldo, police colonel, is my elder brother, sir.
Okay. Underclass. Upper
Upper
class.
class. Upper
Yes.
class mo.
Yes, sir. He's class 97. I'm class 2000. And he is my elder brother, sir.
Elder brother mo.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So, Mr. Chairman, can we excuse Colonel Grijaldo now?
Since you are not the chief of police of Mandaluyong, you are now excused.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, please proceed.
Pasensya na po.
Paduano.
Okay, let me proceed, Mr. Chairman. Let me start with the visit of Colonel Garma and company doon po sa Dapicol. So, paki-state nga ulit, Colonel Garma, ma'am, kung sino-sino yung mga kasama mo doon, na kaklase no ni Jimmy Fortaleza.
Colonel Roland Villela and Colonel Hector Grijaldo, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
So, tatlo lang kayo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Former Major Jimmy Fortaleza, do you confirm that statement of Colonel Garma?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so tatlo. So, Grijaldo and Bilila. Tama.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yung
Yes,
Bilila,
Mr.
yun
Chair.
yung former husband mo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yung
Your Honor.
Grijaldo,
A classmate, Your
kaklase
Honor.
mo. Yung former husband mo, ex mo, is kaklase mo rin.
Yes, Your
Now,
Honor.
saan ngayon naka-assign si Grijaldo? Colonel Grijaldo.
I think, Your Honor, PIDEG, Your Honor,
Pedegwer.
Kamkrame, based in Kamkrame.
Anybody from the Philippine National Police? General, do you confirm? Please.
Yes, Your Honor, sir.
So you to confirm.
Yes, sir.
And do you also confirm that during the ambush of former Brigadier General Barayoga, he was then the Chief of Police? Do you have records on that?
I do not have any information to that incident, sir.
Oh,
With regard to the ambush of...
Can you furnish this committee
Yes, Mr. Chair, sir.
the data when that ambush happened?
Yes, Mr. Chair, sir. We will do.
Okay. Since, Mr. Chairman, since Colonel Grijaldo is not around, maybe we can ask him on the next hearing. But before I proceed to my next question, Ma'am Garma, during the ambush of former General Barayoga, which is class 83, di ba? Class 83 siya.
I'm not sure, Your Honor.
Ayan ka na naman.
Hindi ko lang, maybe...
Ikaw, ma'am, please. Kasi simpleng-simpleng tanong. Because that time, do you confirm that he is the corporate secretary?
Yes, Your
of
Honor.
PCSO?
He is our board secretary.
So you don't know? Namatay na yung corporate secretary mo?
Ah.
You don't even know that he is class 83? Simpleng-simpleng tanong lang po. That
I'm-
was in the news. Alam ko nga eh. Bakit nag-evade ka? Simple question. Again I warn you. I might cite you in contempt. Oh, do you confirm na he's a class 83?
83 ba siya?
Classmate? Okay, ito na lang.
A classmate of our chairman. So
Yeah,
whatever
classmate
is
of
the
your-
class of Sir Pinili, I cannot,
Classmate
I'm
of
not
Sir
sure,
Pinili,
but classmate
classmate
po sila.
of the former DLG secretary. Tama?
Yes, Your
Oh.
Honor.
Ako, pagbibigyan kita, ma'am, yung sinasabi ko, diretso lang pagsasagot.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi ang dami, pinapakinggan ko na kanina yung mga tanong. Ako nagtanong sa iyo kanina, pinakontempt na kita. Because usually your answer is maybe. Maybe yes, maybe not. Simple question. Mamaya, pupuntahan kita dyan. Okay, anyway. Now, so you confirm that tatlo kayo pumunta kay Jimmy Fortaleza because Jimmy Fortaleza is your classmate.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Now, but of course, you deny that you talked to Jimmy Fortaleza in his affidavit na you talked to him and asked him about the operations. Pero you never tell him the time based on in my personal and the affidavit of Jimmy Fortaleza, you never told Jimmy Fortaleza na may papatayin. You only told him na may operations. And pag sinabi mong operations, pag sa pulis, marami yan. Pwedeng may mamatay, pwedeng by bus, pwede dahil Bucor facility yon, pwede ring galugad. Di ba? Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama. Okay. Now, akala ko maybe naman. Anyway, now, and also, Jimmy Fortaleza, in his affidavit, narrated na tumawag ka sa kanya. But of course, he denied. That's why we are forced to order the NTC to submit, no? All the post, kasi kung prepaid, medyo mahirap. Unless otherwise, we still have your number sa prepaid. Can you tell us your number sa prepaid during the time?
I cannot recall anymore, Your
Okay,
Honor.
of course, you cannot recall. Diba? Pero ako, tandaan ko. Yung isang tinipuno ko, naiwan ko dun sa labas. Hindi ko na nabalikan, pero matandaan ko pa rin yung numero ko. Pati yung company, smart. Anyway, sige. Now, when the incident happened, that was August 11. Tama? Yung sa Napicol, August 11.
Yeah.
August 11 ba? Ma'am, anyway.
No, Your Honor.
Tinitingnan mo lang yung, kanino bang dokumentong tinitingnan mo? Affidavit of whom?
This was Leopoldo Tan, Your Honor.
Sorry?
Leopoldo Tan.
How did you...
It was published, Your Honor, in the website.
It was published, so you print it out?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, it was August 13. August 13 po. Okay, August 13. Now, it is a publicly knowledge incident because 3 Chinese national allegedly to be drug lords was killed inside the Picol. Now, question. You visited Jimmy Fortaleza, malapit lang po yung time nung pag-visit mo, no? Matter of weeks. Now, after that, did you call Jimmy Fortaleza?
No, Your Honor.
Why?
Wala naman ako sasabihin sa kanya, Your Honor.
Sorry?
I have no purpose of calling him. Wala din ako number sa kanya. So, bakit ko siya tatawagan, Your
So you do,
Honor?
okay, sige. I will rephrase my question. You don't visit Jimmy Fortaleza after that incident?
So,
Wala.
wala na po, Your Honor.
You don't bother to ask Jimmy Fortaleza what really happened inside the Picol? You're an intelligence officer. You're very close to the president. Nangyari yung patayan doon. Same is true with Colonel Grijaldo, Colonel Leonardo that time. That time because you're the CIDG. You didn't even bother to visit the Picol. You, especially you, Ma'am Garma. You're the classmate of Jimmy Fortaleza. You visit Jimmy Fortaleza before the incident. Now, it happens. Sabi mo, wala akong nalalaman sa pangyari, but you didn't even bother to ask Jimmy Fortaleza what really happened.
Wala akong number sa kanya, Mr.
Hindi
Chair.
nga. Wala
How
kang
can I
number.
call? How can I ask?
But some of
Mr.
your classmates has a number of Jimmy Fortaleza.
I don't know, Mr. Chair.
You don't know na naman. Pero ang sinasabi ko lang, you don't even bother to visit Jimmy Fortaleza after the incident to check what really happens inside that colony.
No, Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga eh. Ayun nga ang sinasabi ko eh. Na nagbisita kayo, may nangyari, after that, you didn't even bother. That time, President Duterte has already assumed office. We will go in that direction mamaya. Maybe Chairman Ako will discuss to you about it. Now, next. Eto, malapit-lapit na tayo, mamas. Please, sabihin mo lang po ang totoo. Okay, now. sabi mo kanina, January 16, you start schooling, tama? Nag-schooling ka?
January 2016, yes, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
January 2016. So safe ka. Kasing nangyari, August, because, ano yun, OSEC?
Yes,
For
Your
full
Honor.
kernel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kailan ka na-promote as full kernel?
2018, Your Honor.
2018.
18? 16? Yeah, 18, Your Honor.
Sigurado ka? Hindi
Yes, yes, Your Honor, 2018.
Sigurado ka?
Yes,
2018
Your Honor.
of,
I think June, Your Honor.
parang,
June.
eto.
It's June
Ma'am.
of 2018, Your Honor.
Oh,
I
ma'am,
retired
kasi yung mga
1 year
ganyan,
after.
sa pulis, ako hindi ako pulis, pero as far as I know, pagdating doon sa colonel na posisyon hanggang general, hindi malilimutan ng general o colonel na na-promote siya this year and this month. Well, in fact, even the date, because that is an important promotion for each and every career officers in the PNP. Kasi pasikip na kayo, di ba? Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh. Kasi mangilan-ngilan lang na yung mga light colonel ay sasampa na mabilis. Just like you. You're one of those privileged na promote 2018 pa lang as full colonel. On your class, ilan ba kayong full colonel during the time? Hindi mo matanda na naman. Of course, pwede ko bibigayan. PNP, please submit. Jen, si General, no. Yung sa DIDM po, pakisubmit po yung yung promotion of all class 97 from light colonel to full colonel po. Yung date and year.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please.
We will comply.
Please submit it before the next hearing.
Yes, Your
Maybe
Honor.
mabilis lang naman yan. Siguro within the week. No. Okay, I will give you until Monday. Tuesday na po. Tuesday. Tuesday.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? Before the hearing. Now, Ma'am Garma, so after your schooling, you were assigned in Cebu. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to your assignment in Cebu, you were assigned in Davao.
Yes, Your
As
Honor.
what?
Station Commander, Your Honor.
Of
Station 1, Santa Ana Police Station.
Station 1.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
With the rank of light colonel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sa posisyon na yun, di ba pwedeng major doon?
Pwede rin po ang Major, Your Honor.
Di ba? Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, yung position mo is only light colonel. You were assigned in Cebu. And as far as I know, no, but of course, I can't be wrong, I might be wrong, pero pag highly urbanized city, not a component city, rank of full colonel dapat, di ba? In the case of Cebu City, dapat full colonel.
Yes,
Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you're just a light colonel the time.
No, Your Honor. Full
Pag-assign
colonel.
sa'yo?
Cebu City Police, Your Honor, I am full colonel. Full colonel.
Kailan
ako.
kayo na-sign doon?
June yun po. June or July.
June
Your Honor.
of-
Basta I am already, na-promote na po ako, Your
Na-promote ka
Honor.
na?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ba't OIC lang status mo doon?
It has to be confirmed by the mayor, Your Honor.
Ayun. Because the mayor does not want you to be the chief of police because prior to that, you were also assigned in Cebu, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
As what?
CIDG,
CIDG?
Regional Chief of Region 7.
Correct. Kaya kilala ka ni Mayor Osmeña.
Yes, Your
Kaya
Honor.
ayaw niya, kasi kung kilala ka ni Mayor Osmeña because the regional center of Region 7 is Cebu. The regional office of CIDG is Cebu. Most of the activity of CIDG is in Cebu. And as the mayor that time of Cebu, kilala ka ni Mayor Osmeña. That is why ayaw niya sa iyo. Because on your record during the time, napakarami pong nangyari during the time. And we are now collating all those incident related to death nung time na yon as CIDG Region 7 at the same time Chief of Police of Cebu. Now, chief of the CIDG ka, the time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yung rank mo is light colonel.
Yes, Your Honor.
During the time, regional director can be a light colonel ng CIDG.
It can be, Your Honor.
It can be.
Yes, Your
Except
Honor.
for, sabi ko nga, highly urbanized city. Di ba? Just like Cebu City. Dapat full colonel.
Yes, Your
Tama.
Honor.
Now, anyway, let me proceed with, bago pumunta doon, balikan ko mamaya, your travel records. I have with me your travel records.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I have with me since from 2024 to 2012. Okay? Ma'am Garma, you're most traveled, though you're not anymore in public office.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama. Who shouldered your travel?
Some were sponsored by my cousins when I traveled.
Cousins? Who are your
sa
cousins?
States. I was invited for.
Who are your cousins? Who are your cousins?
Anne-Marie Batay. They are
From
all
where?
United States.
Okay, US.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, siya lang? Nagsisponsor sa'yo?
Hindi pa po. Meron pa Hazel Idnay.
Comsec, please take note of all the names that are being mentioned by Ms. Garma. Yes, please proceed. Who else?
Yun lang po ang nagtumulong
So,
po.
dalawa lang
Yes, because I was invited to an occasion.
in the US. But how about your travel in Asia? Who sponsored it?
I paid for it,
You paid for
Your
it?
Honor, yes.
Tingnan mo, mama. Your travel for just 2024, you traveled 6 times abroad. Just in 2024. Tapos, yung travel mo 2023 is 13 times. You travel 13 times abroad.
2020.
13 times. This is a record coming from the Bureau of Immigration, Madam. You cannot deny this. Iba't ibang lugar, may Kuala Lumpur, may ano. In the next hearing, tatanungin pa kita po para at least papaunanan kita. Pero sa ngayon, ang tanong ko lang po, who sponsored you? How can you afford to travel 13 times in just 1 year? You're not anymore an official of the government. This is an official travel. Oh, where did you get? Where did you get? Ma'am? Oh, you want to have an executive session?
No, Your Honor.
No? Also, answer me. Always I set you in contempt.
I paid for it, Your Honor.
Yeah, you paid for it. How much is your, ano? How much is your, can you provide us? Are you willing to have a waiver for your bank accounts?
No, Your Honor.
No. Why? Because you're not telling the truth. You are hiding something. Ito, initial pa lang, mama. Oh. You travel 13 times? Ibig sabihin nun, more than every month you travel outside in the country. Now, last question ko, ma'am. What is, eto mama, diretso kita, what is your latest travel abroad? When was that? When was that?
Japan, Your Honor.
Japan? Hindi, your purpose of your travel.
USA, Your Honor.
Oh, USA. Now, pakiano lang, what happened with the travel?
Okay, I have to travel to USA to
Why?
to bring my daughter in the US
Why?
because of this exposure.
When was that? When was that?
28 last.
When was
ano
that?
ngayon sa September, August, Mr. Chair.
Ang daming August, 30 days yung August.
28.
Hindi, ganito lang po, ma'am.
28.
Diretsuhin kita. Oh,
28.
your plan to travel in the US was August 28. That was the time that the squad com was already started, di ba? The investigation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And your name was already crop up.
Yes,
Tama?
Your Honor.
Oh. Now, in short, you're using that alibi to bring your daughter to the US to evade this investigation.
No, Your Honor.
No, okay. Anong nangyari? Ba't hindi ka naka-US? Ba't nandito ka ngayon?
My visa, US visa was canceled.
Why?
Hindi po sinabi sa akin ang reason why.
Hindi sinabi? You never asked?
I asked, but Japan in charge on the desk did not tell me the
No.
reason.
No. Kasi papasok ka sa US, di ba? Kasi kung hindi ka tinanggap ng Japan, that is the responsibility of Japan. But you were not allowed, di ba, to go to US because what?
It was not explained to me by the in charge sa Japan po. Kasi nung mag-check-in po kami,
Check-in for
kukuha
going
ng
to?
ticket. Kukuha po ng ticket, Japan to
I know.
US.
You
yeah.
don't have a ticket yet.
Yes, Your
Oh,
Honor.
kaya nga eh. Kaya you want to travel to the US, but you don't have a ticket?
Oh, no,
No. Di
We
ba,
have-
inamin mo na eh.
no, Your Honor. Ang ticket namin is all connecting. Nung
Oh.
magbo-board po ako, para kung mag-check-in kami for the seat, I wasn't able to get a seat kasi nag-error na yung system. So
Sandali.
we sought the
Balikan ko muna.
Yes po.
So yung travel mo is from the Philippines connecting Japan to
Japan.
US.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a ticket, Philippines, Japan, US.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you sure of that?
Ang binigay po ng...
Sandali! Tatanong kita, simple na to, ma'am. Do not
Yes.
evade my question.
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
Your ticket is, as you have said, your ticket is Philippines, Japan, US.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, but you were not allowed. Yun na, may ticket ka, sigurado ka, Philippines, Japan, US.
Ang ticket po namin is Philippine-Japan.
Kaya nga,
Your Honor.
Huwag mo nga akong lituhin, ma'am. Ang tinatanong ko, malapit ka na, ma'am. Ang tinatanong ko kanina, yung ticket mo is only Philippine-Japan. Sabi mo hindi. Philippine-Japan, US. You get a ticket in Japan for US.
Boarding pass po yung kukunin na namin sa Japan.
Ay,
Hindi po
nako.
ako nakakuha, Your Honor.
Do you have a copy of that?
Wala na po, Your Honor.
O, BID, DFA. Anong airlines? O, hindi mo na naman masagot. Simpleng-simple yan. It happens last 2 weeks ago. Sige nga. Kasi you're lying, ma'am.
No, Mr. Chair.
You are lying.
Okay.
Now, question, your ticket. Anong airplane? Oh, you cannot answer? Simple-simple. Something happens in Japan.
Korean.
No, Mr. Chairman, hindi rin ito makalusot eh. Kasi pag tinawag kong DFA, alam ng DFA.
Japan, I think it's Japan airline. That's why we landed
Why
in
I
Japan.
think na naman. Kanina maybe, now I think.
It is Japan airline, Mr. Chair.
From the Philippines,
I'm very sure of it na. I can recall it. Japan airline.
from the Philippines
To Japan.
to Japan, then what airlines supposedly to the US?
It's the same. It's Japan airline.
Japan Airlines. Oh, kaya nga, dalawa na, twice na. Last ko na mamaya na tanong. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, I move that dahil walang kopya daw, wala nang records, walang documents from Ms. Garma, Mr. Chairman, can we ask for the documents, travel documents, with regards to the plane that was booked by Ms. Garma from the Philippines, Japan, and to the US.
We will ask the records from the DFA.
Yeah, from the DFA po.
Okay.
Tsaka BID na. Tsaka Japan Airlines.
Okay, COMSEC, kindly coordinate with the Bureau of Immigration and our DFA as to the travel records of Colonel Royina Garma.
Wala. Wala bang DFA dito? And also, Mr. Chairman, can we ask the DFA the reason why Ms. Garma was not permitted to travel to have an entry from Japan to the US?
COMSEC, you are so directed.
Para opisyal lang po. Kasi alam din na ni Ms. Garma bakit hindi siya pinayagan. Oo, malalaman din natin,
My
ma'am.
mother's grave, hindi ko po alam,
Pero
Mr.
alam mo,
Chair.
deep inside, you know why you were not allowed. entry to the US.
I cannot just say what's deep inside, Mr. Chair, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's your alibi, that's your defense.
Yes,
That's your defense, ma'am. Okay.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Congressman Akop, with the indulgence of Congressman Paduano.
before we leave that issue in Japan, may I be permitted to ask some questions?
With the indulgence of Congressman Paduano.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. It's
Please
a pleasure
proceed,
to this
Congressman
representation.
Madam Garma, nung bumili ka ng ticket,
Yes,
saan bang intention mo na pupuntahan talaga?
Mr. Chair, I didn't get the question.
Ano ang intention mo talaga nung bumili ka ng ticket?
Um,
Japan or US?
US,
Okay.
US, Mr. Chair.
Eh bakit hindi ka kumuha ng buong ticket, diretsong papuntang US? Why do you have to procure a ticket doon sa Japan?
No, Mr.
For
Chair,
the
I
US.
did not procure a ticket sa Japan. I procured the ticket
So,
already.
stopover mo lang
Stopover lang po ang Japan.
ang Japan. And
Yes,
you were not allowed to board papuntang US.
kasi po
Ganun ba yun na nangyari?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Hindi ako makakuha ng boarding, ano po.
Boarding pass?
Yes, Mr.
Kasi
Chair.
yun naman ang kailangan mo eh.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes, Mr.
Kasi
Chair.
may schedule na flight papuntang US. Nakasakay ka ron. Stopover sa Japan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
How many hours?
10 hours, Mr. Chair.
10 hours.
Yes po.
So, nung magbo-board ka ng Japan Airlines for the US, hindi ka na pinapasok.
Yes, Mr.
Ganon
Chair.
na nangyari.
Opo, Mr. Chair.
That is the reason why, according to records, 29 August, nakabalik ka na dito sa Pilipinas.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, can I interject?
With the indulgence of Congressman Paduano, the
Yes,
Senior
yes, Mr.
Deputy
Chairman.
Speaker is recognized.
Tanong ko lang to kay Ma'am Garma. Ma'am, di ba pag pumupunta tayo ng US, from the Philippines, check na yung US visa mo dito sa Pilipinas. Pag board mo lang sa airport, bibigyan ka ng boarding pass, bibigay na yung dalawang boarding pass mo. Boarding pass from the Philippines to Japan, Japan to Philippines.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Tama po ba?
Yes po.
So, yun po yung tanong. Bakit binigyan kayo ng boarding pass na hindi na-check yung US visa? Hindi po kayo bibigyan ng boarding pass kung hindi po i-check yung US visa.
Yes, Mr.
Normal po, routine po yun pag nagpupunta
Opo.
tayo Amerika.
Yeah,
Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Very unusual yun. Nung araw pong yun, Mr. Chair.
So, yun po siguro ang tanong ni Chairman Akop. Di ba? Salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Paduano, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, hearing the answers of Colonel Garma, Ms. Garma kanina, with regards to question of deployment, na napaka-juicy yung mga posisyon from DI, from tsaka puro lahat Davao, ang assignment except sa Cebu, tapos nag-schooling, tapos early retirement. Again, can you state when was your the date or the year that you retired?
That's June of 2019, Your Honor.
June of 2019. When did you assume as PCCO chairman?
July 15 of 2019,
Oh,
Your Honor.
1 month lang. Di ba? Tama? 1 month?
15 days, I think, Your Honor.
Oh, 15 days pa. Sobra. Now, during the interpellation, Mr. Chairman, ng mga members kanina, Ma'am Garma, Ms. Garma, keep on denying that he is close to the former president. Di ba? Kasi sabi mo lang lagi, maybe. Binigyan ka ng posisyon, tingnan mo. You check the record. 10 years pa yung supposedly before you retire, 10 years ka pa, but you opt to early retirement. Tapos, wala pang 1 month, sabi mo nga, 15 days, bigla ka nag-PCSO. Tapos, itong tinanong ka kanya, sabi mo, are you close to the president, former president? Ang sagot mo, because of those promotions, sabi mo, is maybe, not maybe. Now, I will ask you, Are you special and close to the President? Former President? Yes or no lang po? Walang personal. Yes or no lang po? Kasi lahat-lahat eh.
Ay, ewan ko kung special ako.
Oh, why can't you answer? Simple lang tanong ko. Are you close to the former president? Because that's why you're been given a juicy position with, in fact, 1 month, wala pa nga, 15 days ka lang nag-retire, nag-PCSO, chairman ka na kagad. Sige nga. Yes or no? Why can't you answer? Oh, Mr. Chairman, since
Because, Mr. Chair,
Oh, why? What?
I do not...
I do not na naman.
No, Mr. Chair.
Oh, sige nga.
Because you said, am I close or special to the President?
Yeah, you're close to the President. Or special. Kasi, tanungin mo yung lahat mga classmates mo. Ako, mama, mga classmates mo, ikaw ang tumulong for their promotion during the time of President Duterte. That's why I'm asking the DIDM to submit to this committee all the years of promotion of all your classmates. Now, ang question ko ngayon, diretso na. I hope you will answer truthfully. Are you close to the President?
Mr. Chair, I'm not close. I was fired.
Okay. Okay.
Nag-floating pa
So,
nga po ako during his
Huwag
time.
mo, anong ma-floating during his time?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
15 days lang na nag-retire ka, nag-PCSO chairman ka, for all those qualified, sandali, for all those qualified applicants. Ang dami po na qualified. Why you? Why you? And though, the fact is, Mayor Osmeña is keep on insisting, kaya nag-OIC ka lang kasi he never choose you in the list. Tama? O na ang question ko ulit. Last na lang to, ma'am. Are you close and special to the President?
For me, Mr. Chair, I don't feel close and special.
Okay, now,
Mr.
you're
Chair,
lying.
Because...
You're lying, ma'am.
Can I explain, Mr. Chair?
Of course, explain.
You know, there was once in my career na siya ang mayor, nag-floating po ako 6 months, I don't have any position.
Ma'am, when was that?
That was in 11.
No, that
Mr.
was
Chair,
way back. Way back, ma'am.
Nag-floating po ako.
But before he became President of this Republic, you're very close to the President. Before your assignment in Cebu, you're very close to the President. Before you retire, you're very close to the former President. And now you're talking to this committee? You're telling us that you're not close to the President? That's only a simple question. Now, you deny. You said no. You said no. Oh, Mr. Chairman,
Can I, Mr. Chair?
Kanina pa kita pinapa-explain. Pabalik-balik lang tayo.
Yeah.
Okay, given you were floated.
Yeah. Kasi,
2011.
yes, Mr.
Oh, but after that, lahat na position mo, juicy. You can never stay. Palipat-lipat ka doon sa Davao and you will not be deployed as CIDG in Region 7. You cannot be deployed even the opposition of the mayor that time, Mayor Osmeña, if you're not close to the President. You're telling me that it's the Chief PNP? Now, kung Chief PNP, bakit nung nag-retire ka, 15 days after, PCHO chairman ka, if you're not chosen, if you're not close, if you're not special to the President? Oh. Oh, why you're not answering?
Perhaps, Mr. Chair, I am special.
Perhaps ka na naman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, ito, ano lang to, Mr. Chairman, for the record, but I moved to cite in contempt because the resource person is evading to answer questions being asked by almost all members. Paulit-ulit lang yung perhaps mo. Maybe. Ngayon, perhaps na naman. Move to cite you in contempt, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
If I may, honorable members, I will just allow the chair first to make a clarification on the motion of Congressman Paduano. Congressman Paduano, is that a motion?
Yes. That's the motion. I move
Mr.
to
Chair.
cite in contempt. Sandali lang po, Co-Chair. Abante, give me the time because this is my time.
Okay. We will...
I move to cite in contempt Ms. Garma for lying and evading questions being asked by the members of this committee and including this representation. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there is...
Mr. Chair.
There is
Mr.
a
Chair.
Okay, before I rule...
Before
Okay,
that,
is that
sandali lang.
an amendment to the motion?
No, no. Yes. Perhaps please listen to my questions first before we act on the motion of my co-chair who is angry now.
Okay. So will Congressman Abante propound questions to Colonel Garma?
Mr.
Mr. Chairman,
thank
we
you.
have,
Mr.
I think
Chairman.
we have a pending motion, Mr.
No, I
Chairman.
am just
We just have to,
clarifying. 1 minute
to follow the
suspension.
rules first.
Let us now proceed to vote on the motion to cite Royina Garma in contempt. So again, it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Congressman Paduano, what is the next motion?
Mr. Chairman, I yield to Congressman Rodriguez for the second motion. Do you want to move for the second motion? Yeah.
Mr. Chair, in relation to the motion passed for the contempt of Colonel Garma, I move that she be held in the House facility until the
termination of the hearing.
Until the committee report is passed.
Mr.
termination
Chairman,
of the hearing.
Mr. Chairman, I have the information that the facility that we have in here right now is full of all those resource persons who have been cited in contempt. Thereby, we cannot accommodate anymore the presence of the resource person in the personality of GM Garma. Thereby, we amend our motion to put the resource person in the police facility in Mandaluyong, in the correctional facility, Mr. Chairman.
So instead of detaining Royina Garma, GM Garma in the facilities of the House of Representatives, we will then detain her to Women's Correctional in the city of Mandaluyong.
Mr. Chair, I submit to the...
Your Honor, please, may we...
Mr. Lawyer,
No, I'm sorry.
you're not allowed
Yes, you are not
under our
allowed.
rules. You
So
talk to your client.
she will be detained at the Mandaluyong Women's Correctional Center, correct?
Yes. Mr. Chair, I'll be amending my motion. Given
Please.
the wisdom of the Chair Dan Fernandez, I therefore move that we, in line with the contempt order it just issued, I move that we detain Colonel Garma in the Mandaluyong Women's Correctional Facility, and the period will be until the termination of this hearing.
There is a motion, so stated, duly seconded. Are there any objections?
Mr. Chair,
Is that an objection, Colonel Busita?
yes, Mr. Chair.
Can
Being
you-
a retired police commission officer, and pwede po ba na siya ay sa ano na lamang po ma-detain sa PNP custodial? Mr. Chair.
1 minute suspension. Let me just state for the record the parliamentary status. There is a pending motion on the second motion wherein there was a discussion as to where we will detain GM Royina Garma, whether in the premises of the House of Representatives or outside of the premises of the House of Representatives. And there was a motion made by Congressman Gutierrez stating that she will be detained at the Women's Correctional Center in Mandaluyong. And we'd like to
Mr. Chair.
to Is that in
Yes.
relation to the motion?
Yes, because we have an information that we can now accommodate our resource person here in the premises of this House of Representatives. So thereby, we'll be requesting Congressman Gutierrez to amend his motion.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'd like to move to amend my motion again, given the development that the LSP has imparted to us that the House facility can actually entertain another detainee. I therefore amend my motion, Mr. Chair, and I'd like to move instead that in relation to the contempt order of Colonel Garma, that she be detained in the House detention facility, and the term to be determined is that until the termination of the hearings of the Quadcom.
Okay, there is a motion.
Second motion.
The first motion is to detain her in the premises of the House of Representatives. And another motion is for how many days, Congressman Gutierrez?
Mr. Chair, until the termination of the hearings of the Quadcom.
So she will be detained until the termination of the Quadcom in all its hearings. Okay,
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Akop.
supposing the hearing is not still terminated and she will tell the truth, what is the... Can she be released from detention?
Certainly, Congressman Akop, the violation she has committed is in violation of Section 11, Paragraph C, wherein she refuses to answer and cooperate, and she tries to evade answering the questions propounded by the members. So if she changes her mind and she suddenly cooperates, then the committee will be more than willing to accommodate her motion for reconsideration. Is that all right? Does that satisfy Congressman Akop? Thank you. So the motion to detain GM Garma in the premises of the House of Representatives until we terminate the hearing by the Quadcom. Duly seconded. Any second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Comsec, please coordinate with the Sergeant at Arms. Now we proceed again with the questions. Earlier, Congressman Abante would want to propound questions to GM Royina Garma. So, you are now recognized, Congressman Abante.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I would propound question to Colonel Garma, I just would like to establish our hearing here that we are not supporting the killing of the three Chinese drug lords, being drug lords. But what we are trying to establish here, Mr. Chair, are the killings. They are not right. There should not be any killings at all, whether there be killings inside the penal colony or outside the penal colony. Just a moment ago, Mr. Chair, Congressman Adyong asked the question to Attorney Adel Jokno about Chel Jokno about the thousands of those killed in the war on drugs, while Colonel Leonardo said that to him the war on drugs is a success. I would like to ask Colonel Leonardo, what is the success? Is it the war on drugs or the thousands of people killed on the war on drugs? Colonel Leonardo.
I'm basing on the, Mr. Chair, I'm basing my opinion in general based on the result, Mr. Chair, of what happened. The result of result. We are from 2016 onwards. I honestly think, Mr. Chair, that there was a little bit change of the situation. It alleviates somehow the affectation on war on drugs. That's what I honestly think.
But
Mr.
let me
Chair.
ask you, Colonel Leonardo, do you believe that on that war on drugs and the many killings that happened, that there were human rights violations?
Based on what I heard and saw on TV, Mr. Chair, there was there were, I think, some violation. Mr.
So
Chair.
you believe that there were human rights violations during the war on drugs?
Based on what I saw on TV, Mr. Chair, there was.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask GM Garma if she is now able to answer some questions.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Seeing that now she is actually emotionally disturbed, are you able now to answer some
Yes,
questions?
Mr. Chair.
Kanina nabanggit mo na kinancel yung visa mo, US visa mo. Kinancel ba?
That was the statement of the attendant in Japan, Mr. Chair.
Tama po yung sinabi ni Senior Deputy Speaker kanina, no? Doon pa lang sa immigration, ipapakita mo na yung visa mo sa US eh. Bakit sa Japan kinancel? Yun ang isang tanong gusto kong itanong sa'yo. Sinabi mo kanina na cancel yung visa mo. The US Embassy do not cancel visa just like that. Meron akong visa sa US eh. Okay? Now, nung ikaw umalis sa immigration, ano yung ipinakita mong visa?
Yung US visa ko po, Mr. Chair.
Kung US visa ang pinakita mo, okay pa yung US visa, di pinagyan ka ng go signal na immigration para umalis, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pagdating mo ng Japan, hindi ka nakapunta ng US, am I right?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ano, bakit hindi ka nakapunta ng US?
Hindi na nga ako
Hindi pwedeng ang sagot mo, kinancel ang visa sa Japan? Kaya nga kinontem ka eh. Sapagkat hindi tama ang sagot mo na kinancel ang visa mo. Hindi nagka-cancel ng visa ang US.
The term is, it's invalid. The term is, your visa is not valid. Now it's canceled. Yan yung sinabi
Therefore,
ko.
you're telling us that the Bureau of Immigration is wrong in giving you a signal to go to Japan and conclude your travel to the US? Are you telling me now that the Bureau of Immigration allowed you to travel to Japan, going to the US, knowing that you have a US visa, and they stamped it, and you are able to travel to Japan? When you went to Japan, it was canceled. As you said, it was canceled, and you were not allowed to go to the US. I don't think that the Bureau of Immigration will ever do that, Mr. Chair.
Can I explain?
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
Yes. Mr. Chair, when I bought the ticket, you cannot buy a ticket without presenting a valid US visa, Mr. Chair.
Where did you buy the ticket?
I asked my cousin to buy a ticket kasi may travel
Where?
agent
Where did
siya
you buy the
kakilala.
ticket?
It is online, Mr. Chair. Japan.
Okay. Then you must also show that ticket to the Bureau of Immigration. Am I right?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Upon buying a ticket, you cannot buy a ticket without presenting to the agent a valid US visa and passport, Mr. Chair. So in short, we were able to buy a ticket and by presenting a valid visa and a valid passport.
So you presented the ticket and the valid visa in our Bureau of Immigration. Am I right, Mr. Chair?
I did not show the ticket, Mr. Chair.
You
What I
did not show
presented
the ticket to the
boarding-
immigration officer?
The ticket is what I presented when I checked in sa JAL, sa Japan Airline. And Japan Airline issued a boarding pass po. So, yun po yung ginamit kong lumabas. Now, since stopover po ang Japan, we transferred from
another airport to Narita Airport. And from there,
You did
mag-check
not
in
stay in
online.
Japan. Did you stay in Japan?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Chair,
It was
I did
just a
not.
stopover.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And afterwards, you proceeded to the States, but you weren't allowed to go to the States.
Because there is a connecting flight already, Mr. Chair. So when I was at Narita Airport, I was supposed to check in online to get a boarding pass. So hindi po ako maka-check in online to get a boarding pass kasi may machine. So I approached the counter po mismo ng JAL. So nung in-approach ko po yung counter ng JAL, ang sabi po sa akin, we cannot get you a ticket because your visa, your US visa is invalid already. It's canceled. So I asked the desk why it is invalid. It's going to expire in 2028 ang sabi ko. Ang sabi po sa akin, there is no explanation. And then I asked her, did you ask US Department? Ang sabi niya, yes. So, did they explain to you why? Ang sabi po sa akin, no. So, I stopped
Mr.
asking
Chair,
question
sandali lang
na
po. Sandali lang po.
Chair.
Bago nyo ituloy, no? Napakahirap kasing paniwalaan eh. That you will will travel to the US, you go to the immigration, and the immigration will tell you that the US visa is valid and they stamped an approval to it. Ibig sabihin, doon pa lang sa Pilipinas, nakakuha ka na ng ticket going to the US. Ibig mo sabihin, nakakuha ka lang ng ticket going to Japan, and then in Japan, you have to get a boarding pass.
No.
But Mr. Chair, sa aking pagta-travel, I have been traveling eh. I have been traveling so many times. Oo, ha? And whenever I would go to the US, stop over in Japan, 2 boarding pass palaging tinatanggap ko sa Pilipinas pa lang. Oo. From Manila to Narita, Narita to the US. 2 kagad na boarding pass sa Pilipinas yan. You're telling me now that you just received 1 boarding pass from the Philippines and then you have to get another boarding pass from Narita? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And when you got the boarding pass, then the Japan people told you that your US visa is invalid?
Yes, not valid is the term, no longer valid. Yun po yung term.
So let me ask you, why is it that the immigration stamp your passport saying that your visa is valid? Why?
I do not know, Your Honor. I presented my valid passport. I presented my valid visa. I bought a ticket to the US, and it's a connecting flight sa Narita, supposedly.
You know, Mr. Chair, may kasabihan dito, ano mo sabi ni Marcel Aimee, and I quote, no? Some people are so false that they no longer distinguish that what they think is the exact opposite of what they say. Iniwala ba kayo ron?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, you know, what you're answering us now, mahirap paniwalaan po eh. Why? Because we have Major Fortaleza, who is your classmate. At sinabi niya na kanyang pinapatunayan ang sinabi niya. And he will not budge. Major Fortaleza, yung bang iyong sinalaysay dito, yung pa talaga ang nangyari? Totoo ba yun?
Yes, Your Honor.
Therefore, nagsisinungaling si Colonel Garma. Major Fortaleza.
Yung sinabi ko po, Your Honor, yun po yung
Tagutin mo ko, yes or no, nagsisinungaling si Colonel Garma?
Yes, sir.
Anong masasabi mo dyan, Colonel Garma? Classmate po sa PNP ito. Tinutulungan mo pa. And he is saying now that you are telling a lie to this committee sapagkat pinapanindigan niya ang kanyang sinabi na kinausap mo siya tungkol sa pagpatay sa 3 Chinese. So tell us what you can say about that. Now, please, kung talagang nag-usap kayo ni former Major Fortaleza tungkol dyan na classmate mo. Ibig sabihin, kung alam ko yung PNP at PMA, classmate, mista mo yan eh. Ibig sabihin, close ka kay Major Fortaleza. You're telling me now that Major Fortaleza is lying, and that you're telling the truth, and that Major Fortaleza right now is telling a lie. Now you tell us now, Colonel Garma.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's telling a lie.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, pero nakausap kayo, di ba?
Hindi kami nagkausap sa phone, Your Honor.
Hindi kayo nakita kahit minsan?
When we visited him, that's once, Your Honor.
You visited him just once. Bago naging Pangulo ang former President, gayon ba? O Pangulo na siya ng Pilipinas? When you visited Major Fortaleza in jail, was the former President already President during that time or not?
That was July, Your Honor.
July of what? 2016?
Yes, Your Honor.
Therefore, the former President is already President. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what were your position?
Mr.
What
Chair.
was your position at that time?
None, Your Honor.
Ha?
Wala po akong position, Your Honor.
Anong ibig sabihin ng wala kang posisyon? Police ka, di ba? You're a police officer.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was your position during that time when you visited your MISTA,
None,
former Major
I
Fortaleza?
have no position, Your Honor.
What do you mean you have no position?
I was undergoing schooling, so we don't have any position, Your Honor. I was undergoing a one-year schooling.
You were in school.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, hindi ka pa talaga nakaposisyon bilang station commander or whatever. You were schooling actually.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ngayon, Pangulo na ang former President when you visited former Major Fortaleza.
Yes, Your
One time lang yan, di ba?
Opo, Your
Now,
Honor.
you're telling us here kanina that you never called him even once. Am I right?
Hindi ko po siya nakausap sa phone.
Okay,
Yes,
how
Your Honor.
how can you really visit him without even calling him even once? How?
Mr. Chair, yung pagdalaw namin is just parang it's even unplanned kasi wala kaming klase that day, and then napag-usapan na nandyan si Jimmy Fortaleza sa Dapicol, and then sabi namin pag-usapan namin na dalawin at random. Supposed to be 5 kami Hindi natuloy po yung 2, kaya 3 na lang po kami tumuloy.
Anong sinabi ni Jimmy Fortaleza sa kanyang sinumpiang salaysay? Number 4, noong bumisita si Colonel Garma, tinanong niya ako kung nasaan nakakulong ang mga Chinese. Kanina, nabanggit mo na wala kang kinalaman, hindi mo alam na may mga Chinese drug lords doon. Ito bang sinabi na sa salaysay ni former Major Fortaleza? Mali rin ito, kasi nungalingan din po ito.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi nungalingan to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ngayon, noong unang linggo ng Agosto 2016, tinawagan ulit ako ni Garma dahil gusto raw niya makausap si Superintendent Gerardo Padilla. Kasi nungalingan din to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ngayon, noong August 8, 2016, tumawag ulit si Garma sa akin para sabihin na nag-usap at nakita daw sila ni Padilla. So, ibig sabihin, kasi nungalingan din ito na nagkausap kayo at nakita kayo ni Padilla.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi nungalingan din yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Pangatlo na yan, At sinabi sa akin na, Bok, ako na ang bahala. May mga tao kami dyan sa loob. Kasi nungalingan din yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now look, yung salaysay ni former Major Fortaleza at yung salaysay po ni Colonel Padilla ay nagkakatugma. Ibig sabihin, itong dalawang salaysay ng dalawang taong ito ay nagkakatugma. Ibig sabihin, itong dalawang ito, laban sa isa, ay naging sinungaling sila.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ang magaling. Ibig sabihin na katulad ng sinabi ko the last time, na ako ay nagtatanong dito. Kahit ang Biblia nagsabi, when there are 2 or 3 accusations, witnesses, the accusations are established. Kahit po sa ating batas ganun. Alright. Ito po, nagtetestify laban sa inyo. Laban sa inyo. And you're telling us, nagisinungaling itong dalawang ito, laban sa kanilang sinabi, itong si Padilla, GM Garma, ay active pa at this time. Ito pong si Major Fortaleza, may kaso na. Ibig sabihin, Colonel Garma, ikaw ay nakalabas, malaya ka. Itong si Major Fortaleza, nakakulong ito. Mas magsasabi ba ng totoo ang nakakulong sa nakalaya? Tell me. August 11, tumawag uli si Garma. At tinanong ako kung pwede ko ba daw padalhan ng pagkain yung mga nahulihan ng droga sa maximum compound. Binanggit ni former Major Fortaleza kanina na naghatid siya ng pagkain. Palagay mo kaya yung paghahatid niya ng pagkain na sinabi niya, nag-isinungaling pa ito? Colonel Garma, please lang. Oo, dalawa na ang nagsasabi. Dalawa na ang nagsasabi na nagkausap kayo at tumawag ka sa kanya, ikaw nag-iisa ka lamang. Ngayon, tatanungin ko pa yung dalawa diyang PDL. 4 na yan. 4 na laban sa isa. Colonel Garma, ibig sabihin itong 4 na ito, nagsisinungaling pa ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. Ngayon ito okay. Itong si Tata, sinabi niya sa kanyang affidavit dito, no? Kunin ko lang yung affidavit ito ni Tata. Sabi niya number 16, Tata, sabi mo tinan mo noong papalabas kami ng gate, narinig ko yung isang empleyado na puntahan si Fortaleza. Sabihin nyo na may dalaw siya. Pangatlo na yan, ang classmate niya na si Garma. Ang Garma na tinutukoy ay si Lieutenant Colonel Royina Garma na sa pagkakaalam ko ay taga CIDG. Itong salaysay po na ito ni Tata, ito po ba'y pinapasinungalingan nyo rin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Kilala nyo ba si SPO4 Narsolis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anong pagkakilala niyo sa kanya?
Nakasama po namin siya sa
Nakasama niyo saan?
Sa CIDG 11 po.
Colonel ka. Ibig sabihin, under siya sa'yo. SPO4 ka eh. Am I right?
I am...
SPO4 siya. Ikaw, Colonel.
Yes,
Ibig sabihin, siya ay nasa ilalim mo. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, ano pong sabi dito ni Tata? Kilala ko si Lieutenant Colonel Royina Garma na karelasyon ni Art. Totoo ba yun? Hindi.
Yes, Your Honor.
So nagkaroon ka ng relasyon kay Art.
Yes, Your Honor.
Inaamin mo yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Alright. Sapagkat yan po ang sabi ni Tata. Si Tata, kaibigan ni Art Narsolis. Am I right, Tata? Kawabata mo, si Art Narsolis.
Classmate ko po nung high school, Your Honor. Classmate ko po nung high school.
Classmate mo nung high school.
Opo.
Ito. Inamin mo na si SPO4 Narsolis ay nakarelasyon mo. Aba, matindi. Colonel ka. Si SPO4 yung nakarelasyon mo. Nasa ilalim mo. Hindi ba bawas sa batas yun? Hindi ba bawas sa batas?
Wala naman.
Hindi naman bawal yun?
Ibig yan. Wala yung walang bawal.
Teka, gusto ko lang tanungin. Hindi bawal sa batas na ang kernel ng PNP ay magkaroon ng relasyon sa isang SPO4 na...
Mr. Chair.
Hindi ba bawal?
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Akop.
May I ask if the Honorable Abante is asking the question to us?
I would like to ask a question to the former General my good friend, Congressman Acop. I would like to find out because I do not even know.
Kung single naman yung Coronel at yung SPO4 single, bakit hindi ba yung pag-ibig knows no ranks? Puso ang nagsasalita? Basta't walang prohibition according to law and morals.
Teka, buhay pa ba yung asawa mo at that time?
I am annulled, Your Honor.
Ho?
Annulled.
Annulled na kayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yung po bang si Narsolis, walang asawa, tata? Binata ba yung Narsolis?
Annulled.
Pap, may asawa po at mga anak po.
O, hindi bawal. May asawa siya eh. May asawa po yung SPO4 na, alam mo ba yon? Colonel, may asawa siya? Alam mo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ibig sabihin, talagang nag-isinungaling ka dito. Kung yung relasyon mo kay SPO4 na Solis na may asawa, nakarelasyon mo, maniniwala ba kami rito na nagsasabi ka ng totoo? Sabihin mo sa amin. Oh, 3 na ang nagkakatugmang salaysay laban sa iyo. Inamin mo rin na si Art Narsoles, karelasyon mo. At sinabi rin ni Tata na may asawa yung Narsoles. Oh, kanina tinanong ko kung bawal. Hindi bawal kung binata, ang sabi ni Congressman Acop. May asawa si Narsoles. Alam mo na may asawa. Oh, nirelasyon mo. Alam mo ba may asawa siya? Hindi.
He's annulled already, Mr. Chair.
Annulled din ba yung asawa ni Art Narsoles? Annulled din. Alam mo ba yon? Tinatanong ko, dapat andito siya eh.
Ang alam ko lang, sir, may mga anak siya at may asawa.
May asawa at mga anak.
Hindi ko alam kung...
Ang alam mo, ay annulled din yung kanilang kasal.
He's annulled, Mr. Chair.
Annulled. O, at that time na nagkaroon ka na relasyon sa kanya, annulled na kayo pareho.
I am annulled and this pending yung niya po, annulment.
O, hindi pa annulled.
He's separated. Yes.
O, pending. O, separated. Ibig sabihin, bawal ang ginawa mo. Hindi ka dapat nakipagrelasyon sa isang taong may asawa, whether pulisyan o hindi. Ngayon, paano kayo maniniwala dito na hindi ka nag-isinungaling? Samantalang 3 na nagsabi na meron kang alam mo ang nangyayari. 3 na ang nagpatibay ng kadalang salaysay. 3 laban sa isa. At hindi lang yan, kundi yung relasyon mo kay Narsoles, hindi po tama yan. Now, tell us right now. Should we believe you? Okay? Sa Quadcom na ito? O kaya naman talagang gusto mo nang sabihin na totoo ang sinabi ng mga taong ito? Sabihin mo ng totoo.
Mr. Chair, I stand with what I...
Ano yun?
I stand with what I said.
You stand with what you say.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Is it because this is not a court and that you're under oath, and being under oath, that you could be able to insult this Quadcom because this is at a court and you still say, I stand with what I say, when there are 3 people here who are actually standing in their own oath, Colonel Garma, about what they said?
Mr. Chair, I respect this honorable Quad Committee, Mr. Chair.
I would like to find out from former Major Fortaleza, what can he say about this?
Actually, Your Honor, yung sinasabi na nag-usap kami sa phone, totoo po yun. Dahil we've exchanged numbers before sila umalis ng mga classmates ko. Nag-exchange number po kami before sila umalis.
O yan. Totoo po hindi, Colonel Garma?
No, Mr. Chair.
Walang exchange number?
No, Mr. Chair.
Meron po, Mr. Chair.
Colonel Padilla, ano po masasabi ninyo sa sinasabi ni Major Fortaleza at ang sinasabi ni Colonel Garma?
Base lang po sa pag-uusap nilang dalawa, dahil pinasa ni Jimmy Fortaleza yung cellphone sa akin. So, ibig sabihin, mayroon po silang contact.
Nagkausap kayo ni Colonel Garma?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Sa cellphone
Pakiulit nyo nga po ang sinabi ni Colonel Garma sa inyo nung nagkausap kayo.
Nung sinabi po niya sa akin na mayroon silang operation na gagawin at may tao silang gagawa sa loob at huwag ka nang makialam at mananagot ka sa amin.
Ayan. Yung po ba'y pinapasinungalingan nyo rin, Colonel Garma? Sa salaysay ni Colonel Padilla?
Yes,
Hindi
Mr.
rin tama yung sinabi niya.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Tata, nung kinausap ka ni Major Fortaleza tungkol sa sinabi ni Colonel Garma, nangyari ba yon? Totoo ba yon? Salaysay na binigay mo?
Opo, Your Honor.
Ayun. 3 laban sa isa, Colonel Garma. Na wala po tayong kinakampihan dito. Oo. Hindi po personalan to, Colonel Garma. Trabaho lamang po ito. Trabaho po namin ito. Sapagkat kinakailangan malaman namin ang buong totoo upang kami makagawa na mas magandang mga batas tungkol dito para hindi na mangyari ang nangyari pa sa war on drugs. Tama ho ba ako, Colonel Garma? Ikaw din ang nagsabi. Ikaw din ang nagsabi na hindi ka masyadong, tawag doon, hindi masyado ang support mo sa war on drugs ng dating Pangulo. Sinabi mo yung kanina, di ba? Did I hear you say that?
I'm referring to the program, Mr. Chair.
Yes. What is the program? Program is war on drugs, am I right?
Yes, Mr. Chair, pero marami pa kasing component yung program.
Kanina, ang sabi mo, when we asked Colonel Leonardo, and Colonel Leonardo said that he is in full support and that he believed that the war on drugs is a success. And then afterwards, you were asked and you said no.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So you do not believe that to be a success?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Well, that's good. Oo. So at that time, you might be telling the truth. But listen, these 3 people against you, Colonel Garma, nagkakatagtugma ang kanilang salaysay. You still maintain that they are lying and that you are the only one telling the truth here, Colonel Garma?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, yun lamang po ang aking mga katanungan. Maraming salamat. Thank you, GM Garma, for answering those questions.
Para sa iba pang karagdagang mga balita at impormasyon, ay huwag po nating kalimutang mag-like, share at comment sa video na ito, at huwag po rin nating kalimutang mag-subscribe to continue supporting us. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood, at naway tangkilikin po ninyo ang aming YouTube channel.